sorry for the technical difficulties. We've hopefully got them sorted out enough for the stream. Uh, Today we're trying 5 people for the first time. We'll see how it goes. And of course, you know Ricia, our Vice Officer of Recruitment. We have Ghost Kali, Officer of Activity, and Exiled, the chapter leader of Terminus,
Inner Sanctum rep.
and Inner Sanctum rep. And Ghost Kali is an Inner Sanctum rep too. And then Kaywin is
What?
No one important.
No one important. She's just a member that
She's a
wanted to
streamer.
be here. Yes. The stream was running late because she was putting on her makeup.
Excuse you!
Yeah.
Yes.
We're
Yes.
not doing this.
Told you.
She's our scapegoat.
No,
Yes.
fine.
All right.
And for those of you that didn't know, Exiled is using the new filter on Skype. It's called Poo Poo Picasso.
Okay.
That's why he looks so bad.
So,
No.
all right. Let's get this started. The first thing up on our list for Terminus Tuesday is to talk about the recent DevSpeak video that they released this week on customization. This is going to be very opinionated, I feel, because I mean they didn't really show off anything new. They just said, "Hey, we have a lot of customization." And
Dude, like a lot of customization.
Yeah.
Like,
This is my favorite dev speak that they've ever put out. I'm so
I
excited.
can
This is
imagine.
everything that I want. This is all my hopes and dreams. This is fantastic. The die system, the mount customization, the rainbows on my house. Oh my god, everything. It's fantastic.
Rainbows.
Rainbows. Oh my god.
And unicorns too.
oh great. Now we got another visitor. Hello, how can I help you?
Mom! Hey!
Why do you always, of all things, why do you always pick now around this time
Hi,
every day to come
Mom.
in my room? Yes, they can all hear you and see
Hi.
you.
Aw.
Anyway, Mom called Mr. Plants. I don't know if they're going to
Oh
come
my
tomorrow
God.
or when.
Please continue. I'll mute this.
It's her hair dryer.
All right.
Oh,
Okay,
she is
so anyway.
rocking them short socks.
If it's echoey, I promise you, it's not me. It's not me. I promise. It's someone else. Okay. So on the customization video, they showed us the customization on mounts, and you could even change your armor into 2 different colors, or many different colors. And then they showed us a lot of decorations for the housing. Everything. Now, from what we saw on the stream, from what I saw on the stream, I don't know if you guys are watching the stream, but I think it was like Ninja Loot or something like that, a stream in Europe. They've been showing off the housing system a lot. And I got to admit, I like that you can kind of mix and match themes. Like they have the floor, wall, and the outside, like they have matching themes, but then you can also mix and match. So it's like the floor could be a space floor, and then your walls could be rainbows, like Kaywin loves. And if you love spaceships and rainbows, you can go for it. And I haven't seen many people play with this except the Ninja Loot stream. So, Kaywin, you said that customization was your favorite. Why? What do you love about it besides it being very diverse?
So I'm not gonna get into the stats customization because I'm not into it. I'm more into the die system and the mount customization and
The home.
the house customization. Yes. Everything has to be pretty, which I'm sure it will be. But I've never played a game with this much customization. Like there was Guild Wars 2, they had a die system, but that was it. There was no housing. Couldn't really customize. I don't even think were there even mounts in Guild Wars 2? I don't even remember there would be mounts in Guild Wars 2.
No, there's not.
There wasn't even a mount. Yeah, it was just this is everything that I
walk
want in a
everywhere.
game.
Bullshit.
Well, they use that quick teleport system, which was their golden stake, but
That's right.
tomato.
I played enough of that. I was just mostly in World vs. World, but other than that, the housing, like Final Fantasy housing is not like Wildstar housing. It's so much more, and I'm so excited, and that's where I'm going to spend most of my time.
What are you doing, Exile?
All right, but you mentioned the die system. Is changing your armor into different colors? Is that really? I don't think that's really customization though. It's like you can either have a green jacket or a purple jacket, but it's still the same jacket. It's nothing as complex as the as the system in World of Warcraft where you can change your armor to look different, completely different
I
from
think you
what
can
you
pick a
are.
What do you
costume.
mean?
Uh,
I'm confused at what you're saying because they have costume slots and
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can pick a costume.
it's the exact
and
same.
I,
Except you don't have to pay a 50 gold transmogrify fee.
which, meanwhile, World of Warcraft didn't have that until kind of recently,
kind of recently. I mean,
within the last couple of years.
I see that they have a costume system.
I'm assuming the way the
But-
costumes are gonna work is that any kind of armor can fit into there. So even if you like pick up some badass armor and everything that gives you like plus 80 million to your stats, you can still put on that
I
piece
don't
of
know.
armor that looks pretty awesome and everything. That's my assumption. If they didn't do it that way, that'd be kind of stupid because then, you have to be all like, all right, so what do I have to do so I can get, this piece of armor? Because, I mean, that's the way it should be, right?
Well, I'm thinking, well, you're saying that, but then I don't think they're gonna let light people make it look like they're wearing heavy armor. Because
Well, I mean, they may
that just
do
doesn't make
that,
sense.
and
No,
at
most
least,
games don't do that.
yeah, they'll at least
they
It's
could.
possible that
the
you have
class
to.
restrictions.
Yeah, you can put in. It's possible that what you can put in your costume is stuff that's eligible for you to wear in the first place.
Yeah, I'm assuming you have to be able to wear it, and I don't know about. I mean, if it's higher level than you, I'm assuming you probably have to wait till you're that level.
And technically
I
speaking,
mean, that's
that would mean that the warrior and the engineer would be able to wear everything because they can wear light, medium, and heavy armor.
well. I don't think they'll let. That's what I'm saying though. I don't think they'll let a heavy person wear a light costume, maybe,
Well, why not? They can
unless
wear-
it is a costume. Because I've.
It doesn't matter because
I
you
don't know
still
if-
go by their weapon. They'll still have a
That's
weapon which
true,
is theirs.
That's I'm saying. I don't know. I'm guessing at this point. I mean, obviously, I'm guessing.
Yeah, this is all speculation at this point. So, are you
I'm basing
suggesting?
everything I'm doing off of previous games and what they've done.
Yeah.
So
So, are you
maybe that's a
suggesting?
mistake
Are you
on my
suggesting that customization in WildStar will be limited to the same rules in World of Warcraft with transmog? That heavy armored people need to wear, like their costumes need
Maybe.
to be heavy armor.
I'm
Maybe.
basing it off of past experiences. So maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
They could change it and just you could put whatever what the fuck you want on. That'd be great.
I don't think so because each class has their own specific weapon. So I think you could just go by that, and anyone
Right.
can wear it.
I
Well,
hope you can
within-
customize the weapon. I really do.
I mean, they would have shown that in this video. That it might be something that they will add. Okay, one thing to point out is that with the I haven't really this was actually the first time. Sorry, this was the first time I
Oh,
actually
my
heard of the
camera.
die system. Even though I've been watching some of the streams, this is the first time I heard of a die system. Is this just something that people will be able to do at any time, or will they need to collect materials for these dies? Do we know?
Well,
that
from
at
it
all?
from what it looked like
I'm
on the
assuming you have to collect the
video.
dies.
Yeah,
like in
most of the
Stu
time
style.
that's how they do it. They don't give you like all the colors right off the bat and everything. It's
Okay.
like they'll probably make it so that like one of the professions can craft the dyes or something like that and then sell them on the market house or auction house or whatever the fuck they call it on here.
I
And
mean,
then
that might explain why I didn't see it on the stream with the 1 through 15 because they don't have the dies yet. Perhaps.
yeah. Well, I mean, because
I think they unlock at 14. I
Yeah.
believe dies unlock at 14, but you just may
I don't
not
know
have seen
anything
someone
about
at
die.
14 showing off the dies.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything about die. I only know what I saw in the video, and it looks
I
pretty
saw somebody
straightforward.
go through. So the level unlocks. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it said 14 was the dies.
Reese, have you seen anything that you were really excited for on these streams showing off the house system? Are you as fascinated by rainbows as Kaylin? Or
Absolutely not. No rainbows for my
no
house.
rainbows?
No. There's going to be a lot of skulls and dead animals hanging in my house, I'm sure.
That's very welcoming.
Isn't it? I thought so. I thought so.
Yeah.
How so Draken of you?
Yeah.
Right? Draken all the way.
Your manners.
Yeah, I'm really excited about how they're going to be customizing this game because I haven't seen it in any other MMO that I've played. I really, really am excited about mount customization. Those war pigs, man. I am going to deck the shit out of my war pig.
Now, mount customization, I haven't really seen on the streams, and
I haven't seen it all.
Yeah. So, do you guys think that it will be sort of like the house system, like they can sort of mix and match things on that they want on the mounts? Because like one of the last mounts that they show, they have like fans on all four sides of the mount. So do you
That's
think that
Shut up.
what?
Just don't diss my Draken house. There's nothing wrong with my Draken house.
No one said anything.
Oh, she's talking about side
Oh,
slip. You gotta read the chat too.
I gotta read the chat.
You're missing the chat.
Yes, I am missing the chat. So
Dual screens.
Do you think that
Way to go.
you could like just mix and match your left, right, and front and back of the mount to be whatever you want it, or is it just gonna be like an overall mount theme?
I think the video showed that you can do. Yeah, it did show you can do left and right. You have like 4 slots you can use.
Okay.
From the little bit that they showed, and each slot is its own special customization, whatever you purchase, I believe.
Has Ghost. Oh, how funny.
Okay, now, so even though I've been watching the customization options on the stream from Ninja Loot, she made the comment that she still felt limited. Do you guys disagree with? Do any of you agree with this or disagree with this? Right? Exiled, agree or disagree?
Okay, wait. Back to the mounts. I'm looking at the screen now. It has front flare, left flare, right flare, and back flare. So they're pieces of flare.
Okay, they're flare.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about your flare.
Not enough. Only 4 pieces of flare.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I just
So you
came
pick
up
your
with the name
mount,
of the
and then you
episode.
pick pieces of flare. Yeah, you pick your mount, and then you pick your pieces of flare. So you can have up to 4 pieces of flare. There we go. No, that's
interesting. So yes, Exile, do you?
Now you were asking the question if you thought it was limited, right?
If I thought that
Yes,
it
if you
was
thought it was too
limited,
limited.
that the customization was too limited?
Yes.
Oh fuck no! The customization on this game has far exceeded most other games. Most games they give you a mount and you can't customize your mount. Your mount is
Right.
what you get. Like even WoW, the mount is what you get. That's it. Granted, they have some pretty good looking mounts and everything. There's always going to be that person that's like, well, maybe I want this mount in black, or maybe I want to put a fucking pony on top of this mount. With this one, they kind of let you put that pony on top of your damn, hamster ball or whatever it is that you're doing.
And if you wanted your pony in black, you'd have to grind rep for it.
Yeah.
Grind your ass off for rep for it. Oh
exactly.
my goodness.
It was ridiculous.
So many rep grinds.
And the fact that they have so many different colors that you can choose from, because they showed in the video, like just an amazing amount of colors on there, for your your clothes. I don't know. They didn't show anything as far as coloring your mounts different colors. I know that the hoverboard they had on there was showing different skins altogether. So, I mean, obviously we're gonna be able to skin some of these mounts completely different from what they originally were, because they showed the original mount was like pink or some shit like that. Me, not a fan of pink. Don't really care about it and everything. I'd rather
You
go with
shut
like
your
a black
whore mouth.
Anyway.
Sorry, I have to agree.
There you guys.
Anyway, as usual, the two women, like I was saying though.
I said
Wow.
no pink. Are you not listening to me?
My bad.
He doesn't listen. he doesn't
Wow.
listen.
Just typical man, in through one ear, out the other, whatever.
Mm.
Anyway. All
Let
right,
him
so yeah,
in.
customization on this game is pretty crazy and everything. I mean, they're letting us customize way more than any other game has probably ever let anybody customize before.
Okay.
So, what I'm kind of hoping for is that, I guess I'm hoping for flying mounts and the ability to customize your flying mounts, because I want to customize or skin one of those bitches to look like a dragon or some shit like that. We're like,
Are
what's
we
up?
getting spaceships?
I don't know. It's probably speculation.
Wow. You are so speculating.
I know.
Yeah, it's probably
Super
pure speculation.
speculating.
That'd be pretty fucking awesome though, to get like a spaceship
I mean,
or
it
something like
makes
that.
sense.
Just like,
We are in space.
I mean, yeah,
The
but
whole game
how many
is about
people?
space.
Yeah, fucking
But then they
35,000
have
people on a
this whole,
server,
like,
and
different.
we already got
access
floating houses.
problem. But
Oh,
yeah.
I love that. You guys are missing beards. Yeah, I'm working on mine. The other two can't grow beards, and the other two shouldn't grow
I don't
beards.
want to grow a beard, but thanks.
So
Mm. All right.
No.
So to get
No.
more
that doesn't
on the
count.
topic,
You look like you drew that with a pencil.
with the customization
Oh.
video, they addressed mounts, the die system, and the way that you can customize your house. But something they mentioned at the end were war plots. They said that those were even customizable. Do you wonder if like anybody can actually customize a war plot, or if it's one of those things where settlers get to decide what to plug in as usual?
No, I think it's
First of
gonna
all,
be.
Are you talking about war plots?
Yes, at the very end of the video, they showed
I don't think
war
settlers are gonna have anything
plots.
to do specifically with that. War
Well,
No.
plots will be
I
everybody in the guild, wouldn't it?
I don't think it's gonna. I wouldn't say it's not gonna have anything to do at all. I think they may play a small part, but it's not gonna be like a gigantic, settlers making a defining moment in the war plot and everything. Obviously, from what we saw, war plots have a lot of different plugins that we can use and a lot of different things that we can put in there. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of customization we can do on the war plots. I mean, I want to see it and start blowing people up and shit with gigantic fucking mortars and cannons. That'd be awesome.
now, is it just a device for PvP, or is it also going to be a guild house device?
We don't really know.
I
that
don't know
yet.
any of this.
We're assuming that right now. I think our assumptions right now are that it's just going to be like a PvP kind of thing, but
If
I
it's
would
served for
say-
both, that would be fantastic.
well, like I would say at some point, for you to be able to like be on the war plot and actually look at everything around and make sure it's to your liking. So I want to say that you should be able to theoretically get on the war plot and not have to worry about going into a
Right.
battle or something like that.
The thing is, though, with the customization of war plots, do you think that that would actually matter? While the mount, the housing, and the die system, that's just for looks. But with the war plots, you probably would customize it to your needs on that war plot. Is that what you guys are thinking, or do you think it will be just for looks as well?
Definitely not just for looks.
Not just for looks.
That is strategic planning to dominate in PvP. This is what I'm thinking. If you're taking 40 men and putting it in a war plot, then you better make the effort to, kill the other people. That's all I got to say about that.
Wow. Penguin War. I'm feeling you, bro. Did you read his description of what he feels like doing to his computer? That's great.
No, I'm
I
sorry.
think that's
Sorry.
Vale. I'm pretty
Sorry,
sure that's
Ping.
Vale.
I'm ready to grab a gun, shoot my computer, throw it into a bonfire in a volcano on a deserted island on Jupiter, and then spit on it.
No, I'm
I
watching
think
the
that's
stream as I'm
Vale.
streaming it. It's okay for me.
Pretty sure that's Vale.
That just
For you
means that
guys
he
that are
needs
having
more-
issues, I will download this. I will edit it and then upload it to YouTube in HD, so it should be better then. If you can't watch it really that great now.
Yeah, it's streaming in 720p right now, so if you can't see it, then that's because you need better interwebs.
Or Exiled's Skype is lagging a lot. Okay.
That's probably
It's
true.
not the Skype is the issue. It's the Twitch is the issue they're having
All
there.
right.
Yeah.
It's buffering and then
I'm,
blah blah
I'm
blah.
adjusting the mic a lot, so I hope you
I mean,
guys
hell, it's even
are-
buffering on me too, so.
Yeah. All right. So I'm adjusting the mic a lot. I hope you guys are seeing and hearing an improvement. If it's still bothering, just keep saying that in chat. Thank you all the times for being very, very blunt, repeatedly. Okay. So with the with the war plots, they're planning to release more information about the war plots later in February. From the last stream, they hinted that's what would be their next big thing to stream or announce in February. What do you guys expect from war plots? Since they've hinted at it at the end of Dev Speak, that's probably going to be the next thing they announce. What do you guys expect to see? Ghost.
Wow, what? What was
What?
the question?
I knew you weren't paying attention. What,
You son of a bitch! You're like, I hear something ding. I look down and he like asks me the question.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
War
All
plots.
right, what do I think
What do
they're
you think?
releasing in February? Is that what you asked?
okay, war plots are probably going to be the next big announcement, which is why it was the last thing from this Dev Speak. So,
Oh,
what
okay, that's
what do
true.
we expect out of war plots? I didn't expect customization, yet they showed it in the video. So, how much of an
I'm
impact?
betting it's gonna be Elder Game, no matter what. It's gonna be Elder Game. So
Yeah.
you're probably gonna have to be 50 to do it. And I mean that if for people that are just interested in war plots, well, guess what? You've got to go through the whole PvE experience until you can do it, or level up versus PvP. Whatever you're gonna do, you're gonna have to get to 50 before you can play with those war plots.
Right.
And even then, you're gonna have to be in a guild that's big enough, funded enough, has enough renown, whatever, to be able to buy the shit you want to buy. I think it's gonna start out small and then get really big, especially with large guilds. Hopefully, we're gonna be large enough to be able to make a really nice, big, large war plot, and then just go to town on everybody else.
What I
Squish
wanna know
those
is that-
exiled scum.
Right. What I want to know is that do you queue up with your war plot, or is your war plot on a
I
giant
believe
map
so.
with
I
all the other
think
ones?
so, because they said it's a 40
betting.
versus 40. So I'm assuming
Okay.
there's 40 people that band up together,
In
create
that
a
video,
raid, and then
it looks like
In order
it
to
was
keep it
floating.
40v40, in order to keep it 40v40, they're gonna have to
You're
isolate.
gonna have to queue it.
Because
Yeah.
otherwise, you're gonna have 60 people showing up on one side and 20 on the other.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make it isolated to keep it 40v40.
At the end
There's
of that,
no other way to
at the
do
end
that.
of that video, it looks like the world plot was floating in the air. Did you guys notice that? Any of you? It looks like it was in the sky, like a house.
yeah, they
It
probably did it the
is.
same
It's
way
probably
like
just
the
like a plot of
housing.
land. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a housing plot.
Okay. Reese, you're the PvP monster right now. Are you excited about these war plots? What are you hoping to see out of this?
Well, I just know that I want to gank some bitches.
Of course.
That's I'm actually really excited about the 40s because I've never done 40-man raids. Hell, I've never done a raid before. So I'm actually really excited to see how these come out. It's definitely going to be a learning curve for me, so that'll be pretty awesome.
Oh, 40-man raids are awesome. I love 40-man raids. They're like my bread and butter. It's what I grew up on. That's what I learned on. They're amazing. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I'm actually really excited about raiding. I've been hearing a lot of hype about it, so
Okay.
we'll see.
Well, it's good to see where your mind's at on your gameplay. Is
Hashtag gank some bitches. Receive 2014.
Nice.
Yes.
So, all right. So I think we've talked enough about customization. Now they didn't really release any more information except that DevSpeak video, but they did hint at something else. I'll be sending a link right now.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna touch on this one.
All right.
I
Whoa.
think
Better keep it above the
What do you
belt,
think?
sir.
What do you think it's going to be?
it can be one of two things. It can either be war plots, obviously, because the last part of it can coincide with the last part of the video on there. But I honestly think it might be about raids because what they told us back in the past was that you had to be careful about the raid composition that you chose because every week the raid bosses would be changing their strategies. You know, you wouldn't be facing the same boss every time, or you wouldn't be facing the same strategy every week and everything. So if you beat the boss one week with, let's say, a certain amount of espers, and then you come back next week and you're trying to bring in the same amount of espers, you may be hindering yourself because they don't need, long range damage. They need everybody to be short range or something, something to that effect. So I think it might be that way. Obviously, it could be the war plots as well, because if you don't choose the right, plugins for your war plot, you're pretty much going to get demolished and shit.
Yeah.
So I think it can go either
Eh.
way.
They
I
specify.
think you're reading a lot more into that than should be read.
Shut up, bitch.
They specify adventures. Maybe they're just being very blunt and obvious, and they're just going to show off adventures next week. But I think that'd be really boring because I mean, I kind of get the idea that it would just be like a normal dungeon.
I don't know. They're hyping something.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I really think it is adventures.
Do you think it's adventures?
I think it is adventures.
That's not much of a tease, though.
Because I heard it goes well with what this poster says, though. Choose well, be rewarded. I heard in adventures you choose paths to go down, and you experience certain parts of this adventure, and you skip other parts. So you have to go back to experience everything. So if you choose well, you'll be rewarded. I really think that's what it's about.
You think that's what it's
That's my guess.
I-
Plus, I'm pretty sure the librarian dude plays a lot
I'm
of
with
stuff
Exiled.
into the
I hope
adventures.
there's like some hidden meaning there. I don't want it to be just adventures. I hope they finally.
I swear he's reading too hard.
You swear he's reading too much into it. Reese, what do you
You're,
think?
you're asking for more than they're going to give you, and you're going to be
I
disappointed.
can only hope, Ghost. I can only hope. Reese.
I'm gonna crush your hopes and dreams. I'm pretending to be Calistano.
That's someone. Yeah, that's someone else's job. Reese, what do you think about this? Are you excited if it's adventures, or are you?
I'm pretty much excited about everything
You're
WildStar.
excited about
I
everything?
just so I can, play it.
And gank some bitches.
I want to get some bitches. Absolutely. No, I'm actually, I don't know. I mean, it could be like last week, Gaffney was on Reddit. Who knows what they're going to be doing? I mean, he was talking a whole bunch of like changes in the UI, extending the level cap. I mean, messing with the economies, messing with small group play. Who knows what the release
about that
could
later,
be?
Reese. You're spoiling the rest of the stream.
I'm not spoiling it.
All right. I think we pretty much talked the heck out of that poster as much as that little picture as much as we could. I mean, obviously something is coming. We'll go ahead and talk about what Reese just touched on.
Before we do
Before
that,
we do that, what?
I swear, it sounds like Reese is in it. It's like every time you hear like on the news, we're gonna go to Sky Chapter 4 and get your update. That's what Reese sounds like. Let's go to Sky Chapter 4 for your WildStar update. Come on.
Oh, you killing me! Stop it.
Okay. I'm
Wow,
sorry.
Wow,
Continue
you're
again.
so in trouble,
Please
XL.
continue.
All right.
You're so in trouble.
See, she's like, you can't make fun of me this stream. So I'm like,
Okay.
all right, I'm not gonna make fun of you this stream. And now he does it.
So with the link I just sent, we're touching up on what the next beta patch is supposed to be, and they mentioned that the next patch will definitely increase the level cap. Well, it's supposed to. They're hoping that they're on schedule and that it will boost the level cap to 50. And I assume that means they're opening up some of the Elder game. And do you guys think this will coincide with the hidden teaser for next week?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah, if they're doing 50 max level stuff, then they're
I was like
talk about
50
the
man.
raids.
The
50
fuck?
Yeah, no,
50
the 50 max level. And they're gonna talk.
That's
about
hard
it.
mode.
It's hard mode.
Yeah,
They're gonna go up from 40 to 50.
that's Elder
hard
game.
mode.
That's full Elder game stuff.
For the big kids to play.
But this doesn't matter to me because
for the big
until they
boys.
raise the NDA from levels 1 to 15, I can't care about this stuff right now.
Why is that?
Because, yeah, everyone in beta is gonna get awesome stuff, but we can't see it until they raise the NDA.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. So,
Yeah, and those press people don't cover enough. Them sons of bitches.
yeah. For a second, I was like, we do know what's between 1 and 15 because of the press just giving us so much information out of the NDA. Besides the point, there are with the access to the Elder game. Do you think that this would lift the NDA on more of the game, or do you think that they're going to be more conservative on the marketing?
I'm assuming it's going to stay 1 to 15.
Actually.
What's that, Reese?
Yeah,
I think they're going to be tighter lipped on anything past 15. Yes.
Tighter.
I mean, yeah.
Tighter lipped.
Have you never heard of tighter lipped?
I heard. It's just like, how can they be tighter lipped than they are now? They're pretty.
Anything above 16, they would be.
Okay.
Yeah, everything like from like 20 on to me, like in every game, is pretty much just a grind. They're not gonna be like, okay, you can stream up to level 30. From like level 20, it's literally just a grind. So they're gonna wait till everyone's at least level 50, or majority of people are at high levels, so people can start seeing the higher level stuff.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna drop it until open beta. They're gonna wait till
Right.
open beta,
Yeah, it's
wipe
not gonna happen for a
everybody,
while,
and
It's not
then
gonna
drop
happen for a while.
NDA, and so that way everybody's gonna have to start fresh with their streaming and go from 1 to 50.
Right.
I don't think they're gonna raise the NDA cap past 15. They have no
Not anytime
reason
soon.
to. They have no reason to. I mean, they haven't. They have no reason to. I'm gonna stop there.
Okay. So
I don't want
They
to say
really
anything
don't.
else.
They really don't, because they have so many people interested. They don't care
they don't care.
that they're only releasing 1 through 15, because they're going to keep it as tight-lipped as possible because of that. we're excited about playing, and we've only seen level 1 through 15, but we're already talking about 40-man raids that won't be until Elder content.
Yeah.
And yet that's what we're excited about.
Well, I mean but
See,
that's what we're wanting to see. If we don't see it, then
I'd
you'll
have to agree. I'd have to agree with Vesperix and what he said in chat is that they'll raise the beta to 50, and I think they'll raise the NDA to like 25, 35 or so, and give us a few more extra levels that we can see. At
If they're
least
gonna
that.
raise it, it'd be 20, so they could show
Well,
that
They're
dungeon.
gonna
I would
tease
say
us. They're
because
gonna
if they're
slowly
confident,
tease us.
if they're confident enough to start releasing the raid content now, I think that they're confident, that a good portion of their game, at least the first half of it, should be polished enough to where they can show it off, with minor glitches here and there. So I think they'll raise it up to at least 25 on there, if not higher.
To answer side slip, okay, if that I believe has to do with closed beta though. I'm very certain that once they go from closed beta to probably open, they're gonna wipe maybe.
I,
That's what they always do in all games.
They said there'd be no more wipes in the beta process. So.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's
Well,
closed beta.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's closed beta too, because that'd be kind of like you go into open beta. One of the huge things that you want to test in open beta is your server load the first day out, and that's what open beta is going to do. They're going to test the shit out of the server load like a first day test because you want to see exactly how many players you can handle on one server with like 50,000 people trying to log into the open beta at once. So I think that they probably will wipe everybody so that they can see what kind of server capacity they're going to need in the beginning of the game.
Right.
I can imagine they're probably going to hold another stress test too before that, and it's going to be probably their biggest stress test ever.
Maybe.
So
Or do like an open beta stress test or something like that.
So
an open beta stress weekend, yeah, that'd be amazing.
We
Yeah.
kind of
Break everything.
We kind of skipped ahead and started talking about their marketing ideas or plans for Wildstar. One thing in that link, like the potential, they said like one thing they want to test in this patch is group man sizes. In fact, I quote, "Group sizes aren't locked into place. They're willing to adjust, but you'll need to give them a good reason to." So perhaps 40 versus 40 will be found out to not be very practical. Maybe
Possibly, yeah.
I can see them coming
You-
down to 20
how-
V20 warp lots.
Honestly,
how
yeah,
serious do you guys
eventually.
think they are about that?
I believe and I think that when WoW moved down to what was it, 15 and 25 man rating was probably one of the best things they could do because these days in gaming, it is extremely difficult to get 40 people together to raid. It's not like the beginning of the MMO genre when, there were so many people playing. It was easy to get 40 people together to raid and everything, and it was easy to get those people consistently. Nowadays, the golden era, which was pretty much our time, our generation that was growing up on these MMOs and everything, we started growing up and started getting jobs and having lives and shit. So it's going to be harder for guilds to get 40 men together. I believe
So-
that it should be
Problems.
brought
So
down.
the generation younger than us will definitely not be playing those MMOs.
No, I wouldn't say they wouldn't be playing them. They would be more attached to the current trend, which is like free to play MMOs,
Yeah.
or doing things like that. And we already know WildStar's not going to be a free to play MMO, so it's going to be kind of hard to justify to them. Back in our day, we used to pay $15 for a fucking month. So it was
Yeah.
like. Now we're
Um,
okay with paying 15 a
So
month,
you
but
in a
they're
couple
so
years exiled?
pretty much, but
Right.
we're so spoiled on knowing, what you
First
get
world
with that
problems.
$15 that those new people, because they're so spoiled with, games like Firefall, which, is going to be a AAA MMO that's going to be free to play. You've got Neverwinter, it may be pay to win, but it's still, a free to play game, and all these AAA MMOs that they're starting to finally create that are actually worth a shit. Now they're going to look at it and be like, well, why am I going to pay for the same quality game here that I'm going to get over here? And even more so, I could pay $50 and beat the shit out of everybody
Right.
rather than having to work for it myself.
But they didn't just I mean, I didn't get that it would just be them analyzing how 40 mans would work, like 40 versus 40 war plots or anything like that. When they say group sizes aren't locked into place, that means
I
everything.
want to touch that question when you're done.
Mm.
Okay, so I mean, that could be maybe they'll change dungeons to 6 people, or I mean, obviously they wouldn't, but
I want to throw my opinion in. I really do.
you really want to throw your
Oh,
opinion in.
I
Just
really
Throw
do,
your
because
opinion
this is what I'm
in.
thinking.
This is a little bit of a
What?
tangent, but just do it.
It's not a
It's
tangent.
not a tangent. Okay.
You got 40v40, right?
Yeah.
For these war plots. What I could see them possibly doing is making so when you have these starter guilds starting out, maybe tier your war plots. So tier 1 and tier 2 war plots would be 20v20, and then once you upgrade that war plot up to tier 3 and tier 4, now you're able to do these 40v40 man war plot battles because you've got the big war plot and you can handle the manpower.
So
I could see them possibly doing that to accommodate for the smaller guilds and still be able to accommodate the larger guilds that want that 40v40.
Right.
That's a possibility. I could see it going that way.
Reese,
and that wouldn't be a bad thing either. I mean, I don't see that being a bad thing. Sorry, go.
Yes,
it's all right.
Fulcrum.
Reese, I noticed that you haven't raided before. I don't know if you've done LFR in World of Warcraft or anything, and you haven't been in like a 40 versus 40 battleground unless you've done Alterac Valley. Are these? Since I know how much of a PvP monster you are in the other MMOs, you're addicted to ganking bitches. What do you prefer? Do you prefer the 40 versus 40, where things are just like a huge battleground of fight to the death, or do you like the solo, like small group gameplay?
I like small group gameplay, but I think the 40 versus 40 is going to be a lot of fun. I think for me anyways, because it's going to add a lot of different aspects to the smaller groups that I have run with before.
Okay.
So I think it'll be more interesting because there's more things you have to pay attention to. 39 other things.
Yeah.
Actually.
All right.
Well, actually, that would be like, 79 other things because you got to pay attention to your team and then you have to pay attention to the other team. So, yeah.
But then, I mean, then you're not doing much ganking. You're more focused on teamwork, and I just don't know if you can handle that, Reese.
I think I'll be able to handle it just
Wow.
fine.
Sorry, I'm not being
doubting you.
Not doubting.
He is
Doubting
doubting
McDowderson
me.
over here.
Practical.
You're a woman. I don't think you can handle the job. That's what I'm hearing coming from his mouth.
I'm saying.
Sexist.
All right, let's not
Yeah.
throw words into people's
No.
mouths, people.
All right.
Jeez.
So, are there any other complications that you could see why they would change the raid size? Like, besides the fact that they might, for some reason, not have enough people to support that raid size, do you think there'll be any balancing issues that they'll run into with, like, the telegraph system? That's a ton of telegraphs to see if you have everybody's telegraphs turned on. I don't know if, like, you can see them or not. And I mean,
I don't know, do you remember that one video from the medic where it was like a freaking disco out there with all them telegraphs everywhere?
Yeah, I did.
That giant medic PvP battle?
Yeah.
So
you're gonna see everybody's stuff.
Man up and just fucking take it. That's all I gotta say.
So,
That's
are there any?
That's probably all you're going to be able to see is the telegraphs. You won't be able to see anything else. So be prepared. Watch for green and yellow.
Watch for green and yellow. So
I mean, what I would do is just turn off your friendly ones because you don't really need to see where those are.
Oh no! If I'm healing, you better step in my goddamn fucking telegraph. We go over this every time. Every time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be sitting here watching 20 fucking enemies telegraphs and then going, "Hey, where's the one green fucking line for me to stand in?" It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna be like, "K-Win, I'm gonna be sitting there going, K-Win, why didn't get no fucking hills? Why didn't get no hills, K-Win? Why? Because I couldn't stand in your green thing? Why don't you put your fucking green thing on me, huh?"
Oh, poor Pigwood.
You died. You didn't grab my telegraph.
Okay.
Oh, Pigwood War.
Wow. All right. So it doesn't look like there'll be any more complications. On that note.
No, I think people are actually excited about the 40 versus 40. At least everything that I've heard and read, there's a lot of excitement about it coming back. So I don't think it'll be a problem. I really don't.
And I mean, and then they still have the 20-man raid to accommodate those smaller guilds, so that will work out. Now we've already touched on this a lot because we kind of skipped ahead. We were talking about the marketing idea of WildStar, like would they be more conservative, NDA lift, things like that. The beta's lasted for about 9 months now since they've started the beta, closed beta session 1, and then to this day. How do you think Carbine's been doing so far with the announcements and the changes that they've been making? Do you think they're headed in the right direction, Exiled?
I think they're doing fucking amazing right now. Like everything that they're making every correct decision you can possibly think of. Um, I mean, this game, in my opinion, I don't use the word WoW killer. I don't ever use it and everything, but I do think it's going to be a very strong competitor against them, because nothing will ever kill WoW. Let's face
Right.
it. WoW was the
Well,
original.
WoW will kill WoW.
WoW would
but that's
kill
about
WoW,
it.
but that's when they create WoW 2, and then they're like, well, shit, here we go again.
I want to see World of
So
StarCraft.
that would be amazing. I'd play the shit out of that. Just saying,
Right?
World of StarCraft, game over. I'm all over
Exactly. I'm gonna be a fucking
Protoss.
ghost.
We're gonna be a Protoss.
I'm gonna be Ghost
guild.
Callie the Ghost. Hell
Protoss
yeah.
guild. We're gonna be a Protoss guild. Okay.
Protoss all
Anyway.
the way.
All right. Off
Mm.
topic. Anyway. Off topic. All right. So.
Way off topic.
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
Way off
So
topic.
So. So it's
Rein it
just,
in there,
it's,
bud.
The game is the things that they're showing us and everything, and everything that they're showing us is in-game footage. This is not footage that is computer generated or anything. This is not a case of aliens, colonial marines. This is going to be straight up. Everything we see is game footage, obviously, except for the dev flicks and all that. Even the dev videos are almost all in-game footage. So the fact that they're confident enough to make their videos with the in-game footage and everything shows us that this game, one, looks amazing, two, is going to play amazing, and three, is already got so much support because they have so many people who have signed up for beta already, and they've got so many people in the beta. So it's just it's I think they're going in a step in the right direction, and we are definitely going to be around for a long time in this game. I foresee that
I
now.
foresee that now. Reese, I know that you keep a lot of notes over everything. I'm sure that you've written notes on some of the changes that they've made, like since with the last patch. Do you think they were all?
She's not the only note taker.
She's not the only note taker.
What'd you say? You cut out for me. What'd you say?
I said that that you keep notes, a lot of notes
Yes.
over all the changes.
Yes, I heard
said
that.
that. I said that. Okay. So, do you agree with what Exiled is saying? I mean, just for example, I'm not trying to go on another tangent, but when they, for example, changed the shield from reducing 100% damage to mitigating only 50% of the damage that of the shields that people have in WildStar. Like, do you agree with changes like that Carbine is making for this game?
When the hell did they do that?
Are
Well,
you
fuck.
serious?
I'm serious. I didn't see that damn patch note. Son of a bitch.
What
What they do?
I
It used to
actually
be-
think
It used to be your shields were basically like an
Yeah.
addition to your life
shields.
bar.
Your shields
Right.
were first to go, and then you'd start losing health. Your shields now mitigate only 50% damage, so you're still losing health whenever you're taking damage.
So that means just for your shield to be anywhere effective, you need to have like twice the amount of shield or something like that, so that you're not losing as much health.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
it does.
It does.
It really
They'll
does.
figure it
So,
out.
However,
They'll figure it out.
Wait, what, Gus?
I think it should be 75-25 and not 50-50.
Okay. So
It makes sense, but I think it should be 75 shield, 25 health, not 50-50.
the question, Reese. So do you agree with the changes like that?
Sure.
Sure. You.
I think that in the end it'll probably be better. I mean, to me that makes for more realistic gameplay because you're not able. I mean, if it's only taking 50% damage compared to 100, yeah, I think it's better.
Okay.
I really do.
You really. Because it's more of a challenge.
Yeah, it's definitely more of a challenge.
I don't know. I mean, the other games I've played with you tend to die a lot, and
Really?
you
Really,
kind of
Fulcrum?
need the
Don't
help.
say that.
Really?
Don't
Really?
say that.
Don't say that.
That's
Okay.
why she'll have a healer behind her.
Oh, okay.
FYI, everyone, Fulcrum is a horrible healer. You can't keep up with me. I'm too fast.
No
Nice.
comment. Okay. Ghosts, since do
What?
you agree with these changes? It's your turn. Just everyone's getting an opinion. Do you agree with these changes that Carbine's been making for the past month? You know.
Yeah, I mean, they like Exiled said, they are doing everything right as far as it comes to their marketing and whatnot. Um, I mean, sure, you could always come back and counterman that saying, "Well, I didn't get a beta key." Well, you know what? Not everybody has a beta key, so I think it's not that big a deal. You just wait your turn. It's gonna be there still in the future,
when
and when it
did-
releases, you're gonna be thankful. It's done.
Nothing's set in stone. I
Nothing's
can't.
set in
I can't
stone.
think. Yeah, these beta changes. I can't believe because they'll change everything.
You can't
Remember,
Right.
I
Yeah,
played.
they probably will. They
Yeah.
probably will.
I
The-
you just
They're
yeah.
not even gonna
it's-
have raids. They're gonna have something completely different.
No, it's
Something
everything
classes,
changes.
baby.
It's
They're gonna
The
decide to
point I-
ditch all 6 classes and go with something different.
So real quick to
Look at
answer a
World of
question that
Warcraft.
was on stream, was it Ifly with Stars asked if there will be any type of add-ons for the game, such as Hillbot for WoW. They've already said that the add-on system that they use is going to be completely open to the add-on community, so people will be able to create all kinds of different add-ons. Obviously, they will monitor those add-ons because they don't want people to add on things that would make the game easy or break the game or anything like that. So, we're going to see a shitload of add-ons and a shitload of different kind of
exciting.
things, So they've even said that the guy that created the Louis UI in World of Warcraft, which was personally one of my favorite UIs to use, is creating a UI for WildStar. So I'm really anxious to see what he's going to create because one of my all-time favorite UIs was the Louis UI. So definitely looking forward to seeing what he's going to create for WildStar.
I can't wait to go nuts with add-ons again. I haven't
Oh my
played a game
God.
since World of Warcraft.
Fucking game!
They-
I swear, we're gonna have so many fucking add-ons. It's gonna take like 10 minutes
So
just
many.
to load into the game.
They've definitely made it. They're making it really easy to add add-ons to this game.
Hmm.
I think in the last stream they even used an add-on for the nameplates. Of course, we heard a lot of complaints about the nameplates that are originally in the game from like Joystick, other press like that, and that's probably why they use those add-ons. But they've definitely been saying that it will be easy and that they plan to release the specifications for their Lua system soon, so people can add their mods, things like that. Ghost.
I started a tangent. I just wanted to finish my tangent real quick. The point I was
Go,
trying to
go.
make originally
No.
with those people that don't have the beta keys, because the thing that gets me is when people get access to these betas and their alphas, they really are thinking these games are polished, and then all you see on these forums are people bitching that the game isn't complete. Oh, this isn't what I was expecting. How dare you? And it's like fucking alpha, and you're like, really? Of course the game's going to be buggy. This is what you signed up for, to squash bugs. So
Exactly.
understand that a beta access does not mean that you're gonna have a
It's
good
not a
time
final product.
when you're playing. It's not the final product.
Right.
Things are going to change. So if you get a beta key,
No
suck it up,
keybinds.
cupcake, and enjoy
No
the fuck out of
keybinds.
it.
Crump
You're
for
not
shizzle.
discussing keybinds.
Yeah,
ever.
he wants to get some thoughts on keybinds. All right, so here's how this works, guys. All right, so
No.
basically,
Oh,
Wait, no, not there. And today's show is brought to you by the letter F. No.
Right?
That's
The
right.
letter F.
So, okay.
And the number 3.
That's pretty much all we had to talk about for this week. Did you guys have anything else to add? Kaylin, you didn't really get a chance to talk just now.
They just announced their 10-year anniversary, Carbine.
What? 10
Didn't they
years.
just post something? Yeah, it's something about their 10-year anniversary. They posted it on Facebook or something. Hold on, I need to find
They
it
weren't
now.
made until about. I mean, they.
I know, that's what I thought. Hold on.
2005.
So it's possible, but
really, they were made in 2005, and they're about to celebrate their 10-year anniversary because it's only 2004. I mean 2014.
I know, but hold on. I have to find it now. They totally just made a post about it. I swear to
I
God.
swear.
I swear to God. They totally
looking-
just
It's
made a
okay
post.
If
everyone,
they
she's
would
blonde.
put it on there, they would have put it on there.
Oh.
God damn
we need to
it.
get-
Where did I read this?
We need to make a T-shirt for Reese. It's gonna have LG on the front, and on the back it's gonna be like hashtag. What is it? Poning bitches, or what did she say exactly? Gangsome bitch. Hashtag gangsome bitches is gonna be on the back. LG on the front. That's the next shirt we're making.
Sounds official to me.
Right, we're gonna make that. We should make that, and then do a giveaway.
I give
But keep in
away.
mind, guys,
That'd be awesome.
if you guys are not already in beta, make sure you're keeping an eye on your emails because they are sending them out like hotcakes right now.
All
Like
right.
beta invites are going
Hotcakes?
out like crazy. Yes, hotcakes. Have you ever had hotcakes? They're fucking delicious.
I've never had hotcakes handed out to me.
We like
all
to
You know
willy
what
eat
nilly.
pancake is? Pancake is
Guys,
basically a
keep that
hotcake.
in mind.
I think. I don't know for sure. I've never really had a hotcake. I've had a pancakes. I'm just assuming they're hotcakes.
All right.
I swear to God, it's their
Caleb,
anniversary for something.
you still haven't
Jesus
found
Christ. No, I didn't.